Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this grand final for the World Cup of Wargame European Escalation. This game between Delta and FIFA 55, both playing NATO, will determine who will be the grand champion, the world champion of Wargame European Escalation. This game, played on Hell's Highway, is opposing two NATO teams. On Alpha, we've got FIFA, with somewhat a classic deployment on his side, a very organized deployment. We've got a lot of VABs. So 4 VABs defending his commander over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 VABs over here. We've got more VABs, 6 VABs here, and 6 ML99s behind 2 Saracens. And over here we've got 12 Marder VTS1s, 1 Bradley, 1 Recon Bradley here, 80 points the unit. But we saw in his previous game in the semifinals how such a unit can be well, efficient, how good it can be when well used. 2 Leopards 2A4, biggest tank on the NATO side, and 2 Marder Roland 2 to defend against the air units, and 2 VABs, of course, at the end, always these VABs over here. A couple of helicopters with 1 Recon Gazelle. That's more or less FIVA's army. On Delta's side, we've got a much smaller army. We've got 4 Gazelles over here. We've got 2 commanders defended by 8 Flak Panzers. And in terms of army, we've got 12 VABs, but all rank 3, though that's probably Chasseur. And over here, his army, more or less like FIFA, he's got 8 Marder VTS1s, 2 Marder Roland 2, and 2 Leopard 2A4, with, as recon, 1 M15 182 Moot, and 1 over here also. A little small RV army here with Fuchs and 8 Vizels. And that's pretty much it for Delta. So major difference between 2 players is 2 commanders for Delta, only 1 for FIFA, and 1 Bradley. That's a big difference also. If not, it's basically Marders with Leopards 2A4 and some VABs here and there. A bit of Lanks and a bit of Vizels over there. So it's pretty much the Bradley that changes, that makes the difference, and the commander. 1 more commander for Delta. Delta has spent more points on economy. Will he be able to oh crap, I forgot the word. Will he be able to maintain his the enemy's pressure in the early game and collect enough income to come back or to win in the long run? Because that's going to be the real difficulty. FIFA has spent all his points on army, and apparently he's going all in the middle. So Delta will have to deal with a huge army in the middle, nearly 1,000, maybe 1,200 points in the middle. So that's going to be pretty hard. While Delta on his side is sending quite a lot of points on his right side. So on the left of FIFA, he's got 12 VABs, 17 points each. Plus, not for sure, maybe 8 or 9 points for each Chasseur. That's quite a lot of points sent on the left side over here. So, yeah, if Delta can hold the first impact, he's going to have the upper hand. If not, it's going to be pretty hard. Over here, the first kills are going to be between these Gazelles. 2 Gazelles from Delta kill the first Gazelle of FIFA. And will he be able to kill the second one? Looks like the Gazelle from FIFA doesn't want to shoot, and is killed also. 50 points to 0 for Delta. Small advantage here. So 1 commander of FIFA not stopping in the usual forest, moving forward in this forest, and the big army, big FIFA is sending everything he's got into Echo. He's got Marder VTS1s, Leopard 2A4s, Marder Roland 2 on the left side, and smaller units on the right side with VABs and AML90. I'm saying it in French. ML90 Lanks coming in on the right side, so it's the usual stuff we see in Wargame: light units, even sacrificed infantry in the front, then vehicles, and then heavy tanks with 1 ATGM unit. ATGM unit with its ATGM deactivated, quite a nice micro here by FIFA. Will activate the ATGM when he wants to avoid wasting precious munitions against useless units. So now he activated it and decides to go for the Marder VTS1s, and well, first missile, first unit shot. Delta still in front, 80 points to 20, but it's going to be pretty hard. A lot of points are spent here, going in on the flank. Nothing is over here to get killed, so he's going to have to attack Bravo, which is going to be pretty hard. He's going to have to cross these plains. Will he be able to do it? we'll see. For now, all the Vabs of FIFA are getting killed, but it allows FIFA to move forward his VTS1s, Leopards and Bradley to kill everything he can. Delta is forgetting a bit about his Marder Roland 2 here. Things he doesn't usually do, but he's a bit under pressure here and maybe a bit stressed by the the importance of the game. Gazelle Cannon here getting slaughtered by the Roland 2. Cobra sent in to kill all these light vehicles, and Delta has pulled back onto Foxtrot with his Marders and Leopards 2A4. For now it looks like FIFA can push all the way into Foxtrot and just slaughter Delta, but one Cobra on the right side, VSLs on the left and a few Foots over here come in to push back FIFA's blob. Will he be able to kill enough points to come back in the game? He's nearly 200 points behind FIFA. I'm not sure he'll be able to come back. Over here the VABs are coming in to attack Bravo. He's encountering a few chasseurs. Not much resistance for now, but he's still got a very long way to go to attack the commander, and he doesn't even know where it is. He may know it, may think it's here or here. So yeah, he's got still a long way to go, and it looks like the VABs over here and the Marder VTS1s are coming back to defend the area. So for now, big advantage for FIFA, who has won the first impact in this game, which is pretty much well, the thing that will determine the entirety of the rest of the game. He spent all his points on Echo. He slaughtered 500 points, sorry, of Delta's army and lost only 300 points. Ooh, that hurts. 5 HPs lost by this Leopard 2A4 and 1 more TGM by the Bradley. And a second sniping shot. That's a really precise unit, and 145 points lost by Delta. That's pretty hard. Now FIFA has twice the points Delta has. Delta is in a pretty bad situation. He's hoping to kill the command over here, but the Chasseur Famas are getting slaughtered by FIFA's Chasseur and the VTS1s, and the commander has pulled back into this forest. Very nice move from FIFA here, who didn't lose his commander stupidly to a infantry assault. So basically in this game what happens is that FIFA spent all his points on Echo, charging in with the usual combination in Wargame: light vehicles in front, though in this case Vabs, then other light vehicles, Marder VTS1s, and behind those heavy tanks and ATGM, Bradley and Leopard 2A4s. And he spent all his points over there, while Delta sent a nice army on Echo, but spent a lot of points on Golf with the commander and defending his commander, and infantry units coming in on the left over here, and that didn't pay off. So, well, basically the points spent over here weren't used, and the points he lacked in the middle, well, made him lose the battle over here. Over here he's trying to attack the commander with a few choppers, 2 Gazelle cannons and 2 AH-1S Cobras. They are trying to attack the commander. Will they be able to kill it? There are no anti-air units on FIFA's side. He's just sending everything he has. And, well, the commander is taking quite a beating. He's only 2 HPs left, but unfortunately the Gazelles get killed and the Cobras have to pull back. There's one Bradley here coming in with his Bushmaster, a very strong autocannon weapon, so he has to pull back with his Cobras, and he leaves the commander with 2 HPs left. That's pretty unlucky. He would have killed that commander. He could have come back in the game. It would have been 500 points to 900, and he could have taken the economic advantage, but for now he is behind 6 points versus 5, and he's behind in terms of economy and in terms of points. He's lost a lot of units, and, well, losing even more. He's trying to attack over here, but yeah, the Bradley and the Leopards 2A4 just are too strong to crack, especially with simple Marder VTS1s and 1 single Leopard. It's pretty much the end of the game right now. Delta has lost the big encounter over here and is now trying to harass a bit, but to no avail. He's got no chance in this game to come back. He is moving his commander from Gulf to Delta. It's a bit risky, but it will at least allow him to equalize the incomes with his opponent. But as I said, he's like 3 times the losses FIFA had. So it's gonna be pretty hard to come back in this game. He's trying to harass a bit on the right side over here, but once again the anti-air, the Leopards and the Bradleys are doing one hell of a job of pushing back every little offensive Delta can create. So yeah, what can Delta do in this game? I mean, at this point, not much. The Echo and Bravo are heavily defended. He's got the same income as his opponent, so he can't overrun his opponent. He's got less units, so he can't count on his present force. He's got to count on his reinforcements, and as I said, he's got as much reinforcement as his opponent, so no real possibilities here. What could have been done? Well, he went on a strategy based on the usual deployments of players, which is taking Bravo and Charlie. His Vabs would have done a massacre on Charlie. I mean, 12 Vabs with the Chasseur rank 3 is pretty much unstoppable with a classic defense. But FIFA didn't go for Charlie, so the Vabs were useless over here. And Delta spent a lot of points on the left side, making the middle over here overrun by FIFA's overwhelming forces. What could have happened? Well, Delta could have spent all his points in Echo just like FIFA and play everything on a big encounter here. Or he could have just tried to stop the blob at the Foxtrot, border, and try to control the left side of the map, which is totally defenseless and and earn much more points than his opponent and outrun him on the long run. But problem is, it's pretty much a blind assault to do at the beginning of Wargame. You don't really know what your opponent will do as a strategy, and if you do the wrong thing, if you start on the wrong deployment, it's pretty much GG, and that's pretty much what happened with Delta. He didn't manage perfectly his units over here against FIFA. He did some mistakes. Yes, he lost some Mordor VTS1, he lost some Roland 2, but the thing is, he went on a strategy to counter something that FIFA didn't have, so he lost quite a lot of points, and the encounter in the middle therefore was a failure. Over here, one more Bradley lost to a Bradley here. Once more, well, Delta is a guy who hates ATGMs, and he hates when he has to play against them. There aren't much in this game, but one Bradley, one really precise Bradley is enough to put a lot of pressure on the opposing player. It just snipes any kind of unit, and the heaviest tanks just takes 3 shots on the front armor and it's game over. So, and just 1 shot on the flank. One more, the ATGM shots and just misses the Leopard 2A4. That's lucky for Delta. Well, nice pulling back of his tank here. And he's trying to counterattack with his Leopards 1A1, but they just are overwhelmed by the Leopards 2A4, the Mordor VTS1s, the 90 Lynx, the Bradley. They just can't do anything. He's got 2 Bradleys over here on Echo, 1 Bradley over here. FIFA is pretty much defended on every front. It's got heavy tanks at TGM and light units over here. Same thing over here. Bravo is pretty much defended also. Delta can't do much. He's got 6 points versus 6 points in terms of income, but he's got nothing in this game to come back. Calling in 2 Vizels, 1 Tau, which could help a bit. 2600 meters against 2600, so it's basically the same range, but I mean, it's really light vehicles and not as precise as the Bradley, but he could snipe Leopards with this unit. It could help a bit. Let's see how it goes. So one AUF1 called in by Delta, one AUF1 called in by FIFA. It's yeah, at this point FIFA has stopped attacking. He is just, well, waiting for his enemy to come. He knows he's got the victory in his hands. He's got 1,100 points advantage over his opponent, and well, he doesn't need to attack. He just needs to wait that the timer runs out, and it's 20 minutes left in this game. And the Vizels are detected by FIFA, and the R.U.S.E is starting to shell. First Leopard 2A4 kills the Vizel. Lucky shot there. And second shot, shot the second Vizel. It's pretty much, well, bad luck over there. So yeah, bad luck on ATGMs in this game for Delta. He lost his Bradley in a duel over here. His Vizels didn't have the time to do anything. But hey, sending single ATGM against tanks is pretty much suicidal in this case. It should be as support units. But Delta has pretty much lost over here. He's sending in Vizels 1 MK20 to defend Foxtrot. Attacking with them will be totally useless against all those units. A few infantry squads over here, but all in all, Delta is pretty much screwed in this game. He's got what 1,200 points to catch up in 19 minutes without an economic advantage. It's totally impossible, unless of course FIFA does mistake over mistake, but that's not the kind of the guy. It's he doesn't usually do big mistakes that could allow his opponent to come back with such a to come back after such a difference in terms of points. So yeah, little harassment on the right side over here, little harassment over here, but nothing he can do really. Speed things up a bit over here. Vizels arriving on Foxtrot, but yeah, FIFA maybe starting to attack on Delta. He's sending in a few units, 1 Patton, 3 more VTS1s, 2 Lynx. Over here, the Foot trying to harass and kill the commander. They arrived not far from the commander, but the Chasseur just killed the Jaegers. 1 more Foot coming in, but sniped once more by an ATGM. 18 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this game, and Delta is in a really bad situation. And here we go, Delta surrenders, which is logical after all. So in terms of command points, really balanced. It's really the first encounter. FIFA had a bigger blob, a bigger army regrouped on Echo, and Delta couldn't really stop him. He made a few mistakes, killed a few units, but that wasn't enough, and he just got overwhelmed. FIFA controlled the middle of the map and destroyed his enemy's army, and from that point he just had to wait, accumulate economy points, call in reinforcements, and wait for his opponents to counterattack. He had the advantage in terms of points, so he was the one who was waiting the enemy's attack. So yeah, too bad for Delta, who went for the wrong strategy in this game. He could have done better with another strategy, but that was pretty much played at the toss of a coin. Very nicely played by FIFA, who controlled the game from beginning to start. And well, that's it. FIFA is the world champion of Wargame European Escalation, Delta vice champion, and in maybe 1 or 2 weeks there will be the second match to know who between Iki and Eluka will be the 3rd and 4th players of this World Cup. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked it, and see you next time.